It doesn't say I'm stealing it, so I will take it. Maybe I need to buy a bow?
I hope you're taking care of yourself. Salve, friend. I'm Octavia. Welcome to life under the Golden Rule. It's a ghastly thing, is it not? How are you faring so far?
Fine, thanks.
Ah, another stoic, perhaps. We all need something to help us through times like these. We've all been where you are now. I remember when I first arrived. I used to lay awake at night contemplating the big questions. Why am I here? Is there a way out? What is the Golden Rule, and who or what is responsible for it? I still don't have any of the answers, I'm afraid. I don't think anybody does. But I'm happy to share with you what I've learned.
Oh, what's your story?
Here, in this place, the magistrate has me earning my keep by cleaning and pruning the gardens. It's not quite how I expected my life to go. I used to live in a lovely villa on the banks of the Tiber. I was even betrothed to a handsome young man from a prominent family. But long hours of menial labor for the good of the community has its own charms too, I suppose.
How'd you end up here?
Oh, much the same way as many of the others. When the fires came to Rome, 7 months ago, my family and I fled for the Tiber, hoping to escape on a barge. We were among the fortunate ones with enough coins for passage, but unfortunately, there were a lot of desperate people, and they boarded before we could depart. A scuffle broke out, and I was pushed overboard. The last thing I remember was the water, rising up to hit my cheekbone. I woke up by the river, near that shrine, and stumbled across this place.
Sorry to hear about that.
Oh, that's all right. I'm sure it's all part of God's plan for me.
Let's hope so. Oh, gods? Don't you mean gods?
Oh yes, of course. A slip of the tongue,
Talk about something else.
if you like.
You know, way out of here.
I'm afraid not. Although, I did once hear someone gossiping down at Aurelia's tavern about a possible way out. I don't put a lot of stock in such rumors, but if you're desperate and wealthy, you could look into it, I suppose. If that doesn't work, then I suppose we're all stuck here until the gods decide our fate.
Look into it.
I hope it works out.
What do you think of the Golden Rule?
The many shall suffer for the sins of the one. I think about those words a lot. I'd like to think that if we all love our neighbors as ourselves and do to them as we'd have them do to us, then we'll all be fine. But on the other hand, I was always taught the intent of man's heart is evil from his youth, and that all of us are born with a tendency towards sin. And that's where I get stuck. Is it true? Are we born with a tendency towards sin?
I don't think so. I think people are fundamentally good.
You don't think that's a little naive? I suppose you've never seen what I've seen. Innocent men and women, torn apart in arenas while thousands of Romans look on and cheer.
Perhaps you're right.
If that's true, then sooner or later, things are going to end badly for all of us down here. Unless, of course, there's some kind of divine intervention.
Oh, there's gonna be some intervention, all right.
I wish I shared your faith.
So you're a Christian.
Please keep that to yourself. I know you're not from around here. Things are very difficult for us right now. There was a terrible fire in Rome last year. and our Emperor decided to make us his scapegoats. There were executions. It was horrible.
Secret safe with me.
Oh, thank you. You have no idea how much I appreciate that.
Alright, we're going.
Right, well, it was lovely to meet you. I look forward to getting to know you better over the coming months. And if you ever...
I can't believe this is how it ends.
Oh no. No. No, 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 no. Orpheus, what are you doing? Get back from there. If you lose your balance, you'll fall.
That's the idea.
What? Why? Why would you want that?
Why do you think I'm stuck for the rest of my life working for a man who treats me like an animal?
I know things are hard for you right now. They're hard for all of us. We're all in this together, Ulpius. Please just think this through. If you do this, it could be the sin that seals all of our fates. Is that what you want?
I'm sorry, but I just don't care anymore.
Please, Ulpius. Help him. If he goes through with it, it could be the end for us all. I don't know what to do. I've never had to deal with this sort of thing. Please, you need to talk to him.
Alright, I'll talk to him.
Thank you. And please, choose your words carefully.
Can we talk?
Let me guess. You're going to lecture me on how suicide is a crime against the Empire.
I was just gonna ask you what's wrong.
I screwed up my life. That's what's wrong. I borrowed money, and when I couldn't pay it back, I wound up in debt bondage. I'll be stuck slaving away for that Culus Cumulatis Malleolus for the rest of my life. I'm out. Wherever you are, Scintilla, my love, I'm sorry.
Ulpius, no! I can't believe he went through with it. Oh Lord. That poor lamb.
Suicide didn't break the golden rule. What does that mean?
Well, I suppose it means suicide isn't a sin under the golden rule. So I guess that means whichever god is responsible for it. It isn't mine.
What happens now?
I'll have to let everyone know what's happened. And I guess Malleolus will have to clean up the mess in his villa. It's of his own making, after all. And I'd best pray for poor Ulpius.
Okay. I was not expecting that. See his body? I urinated into Mally's villa from above and got away with it. Why would I follow him? Another way down there? Okay, I'm not jumping. A zip line? No. Alright. We're gonna do a quick save. We're gonna try it.
Thank you. Thank you. I am delighted and deeply honored to have been elected your magistrate. Magistrate, yes. Yes. Thank you. Thank you. I'm delighted and deeply honored elected your magistrate. And now, I make this solemn promise to you, good citizens. And now, I make this solemn promise to you, good citizens, under my my leadership, you will finally enjoy the freedom you deserve. And, yes.
Letter from Ulpius. Ulpius, to his lost love, may God watch over. Please know that I held on as long as I could, but without you my life is meaningless. I only hope we meet again. Gan Eden? Gan Eden.
A day of celebration, I hereby announce a day of celebration on the end of an era. Yes, yes.
Way up without getting caught? I don't know if I can get caught. Matters. Small household shrine where accident Romas.
Did you just leap into my villa from the balcony 100 feet above? That was either extremely reckless or impressively clever.
Yes.
Well, why have you risked life and limb to see me?
Two different color eyes. What's your story?
I'm Malleolus, and if it wasn't for this interruption, I'd be practicing my victory speech for the election later today.
What do you do if you win?
I'm glad you asked. I'll finally restore freedom to this city, just as I've been promising. These good people have suffered long enough under Sentius's tyranny.
How will you do that?
By declaring there's no such thing as the Golden Rule. It's a children's fable exploited by Sentius to frighten us into submission. Wait, don't tell me you've fallen victim to that monstrous lie?
Makes you sure it's not real.
The person making a claim bears the onus of proving that claim. Can you do that? Can you prove the Golden Rule is real?
Let's talk about something else.
As you wish.
You know way out of here.
I'm afraid not. We're stuck down here together, for better or worse. We're all going to have to make the best of it.
What do you think about the gold?
You mean the children's fable exploited by Sentius to scare us all into doing what he wants? I trust you can see yourself out. Through the door this time. There's a key just beside it.
I wonder if that'll open the door upstairs.
I'm not supposed to be in here.
Talk?
Talk? What business could you possibly have with me?
Why are you locked in this room?
My marital affairs are no concern of yours. Thank you very much.
What's your story?
I think a better question is, why am I being interrogated by a stranger who just barged into my villa? I have quite enough marriage trouble already, without having to explain to my husband why I am receiving strange men in private.
a way out of here?
Preferably the way you came in, by which I mean, please leave.
What do you think about the golden rule?
I think it's about to be broken if you don't hurry up and leave.
All right.
Finally! This is outrageous.
I don't really see anything. Pardon me. Might be climbable. Okay. Okay, so we've been in there. Try to help.
What now?
What's your story?
I'm a legionary of the 1st Italica, but there's not a lot of fighting down here. So the magistrate has assigned me other duties. I act as the magistrate's right-hand man, keeping an eye on his daughter, I should say, and the others, and making sure they're all behaving. I also keep a register of new arrivals.
How did you end up here?
I'm from Liguria, up north originally. I was doing all right for myself. 12 years into my service. Had a nice girl lined up for when it was all over. Not anymore. She's probably figured I'm long gone and moved on by now. I try not to think about it. My commander sent me to deliver a message to Rome. While I was there, I thought I'd do something nice for my girl, and pick up a little pendant from a silversmith. That's when the crowd started flooding through the streets, shouting fire. People were screaming, trampling each other. Then some Genetricum fugitor tried to take advantage of the chaos and pinch my pendant. I remember chasing him through the crowds, down towards the river. And then, nothing. Blacked out and woke up near here. No idea how I ended up floating so far downriver. But I'm fortunate to be alive, I suppose.
Sorry to hear that.
Ah, don't be. As Seneca the Younger said, difficulty strengthens the mind, as labor does the body. That said, Centilla's disappearance has been more difficult than I'd care to admit.
What can you tell me about the magistrate?
He's one of the better commanders I've ever had, that's for sure. Good stoic. Lives by Seneca's words. Treat your inferior as you would wish your superior to treat you. Can't ask for much more than that.
Ain't no way out of here.
I went around asking the same questions when I first arrived. Never did find a way out. But I learned how to accept my situation. To bear trials with a calm mind robs misfortune of its strength and burden. That's from Seneca the Younger, if you're interested.
I didn't know it was even a bark. I think I bumped it. Move it. It's bothering me. There. Can I see a citizen register?
I don't see why not. Just make sure I get it back by tomorrow.
Aurelia, class commoner, tavern keeper, tavern in slum, claims to know a way out. Claudia Patrician, wife of Malleus. Okay. Decius, commoner, merchant, general. In the forum. Okay, I might need to go talk to him if I want a bow. Said I need a bow. Vitius, guard. Elias, Unable to work, he's in the slum. Prison and warehouse. Patrician. Yeah, priest, we talked to her. Fabia. Commoner, baker. Galerius, commoner, farmer. That's the guy we talked to right in the beginning. Georgius. Merchant, clothes. The other merchant. Just general. Hannibal, foreigner. Forage for scrap. Died in cistern. Fortis, guard, slum. Foreigner, fisherman, slum. The debt bondsman to Malleus. Via commoner, hairdresser. Prisha, foreigner, nurse. I think that's where we gotta head to. Malleus, money lending. Navia, physician. Locked herself in palace. Octavia, cleaning and gardening. Rufius, patrol, slum. Sentia. Talk to her. Centilia, we don't know where she is. Sentius, yeah. Ulpius, dead. Virgil, architect. Take it. Thanks.
Of course.
What do you think of the Golden Rule?
Well, as I always say, it's kind of like a divine version of the practice of decimation in the Legion. By threatening to execute 1 in 10 men, the idea is to ensure order and discipline among everyone. And it works. If you knew you could be executed because your brother-in-arms is planning a mutiny, well, you'd bloody well watch him like 100-eyed Argus, wouldn't you? Because your only chance of saving yourself is to stop bad things before they happen. Makes us all responsible for keeping each other in check. It's brutal, of course, but effective. The Legion wouldn't be the most formidable force in the world without it.
You're saying you favor it?
What's done is done. I was forced to execute my brothers-in-arms, and those memories will always visit me in my sleep. But life is harsh, and I've come to accept my lot. As with the Golden Rule, I don't have any control over it, so railing against it would be like trying to stop the seasons or the tides. As Seneca the Younger wrote, true happiness is to enjoy the present without anxious dependence upon the future, not to amuse ourselves with either hopes or fears, but to rest satisfied with what we have, which is sufficient. For he that is so wants nothing.
For more from that would be considered collective punishment, which is a war crime.
A war crime? Isn't that a contradiction in terms? As Cicero said, in times of war the law falls silent.
Worlds are very different.
Seems that way. War crimes. Ridiculous. If you like.
Who are you gonna vote for?
Not that it's any of your business. But my loyalty is and always will be with Sentius. Unfortunately, I don't think my vote is going to make any difference today. See, Domitius has been going around town, shoring up votes for Malleolus with lies, bribery, and intimidation. The man's a savage, but he's a gladiator, so people fear and respect him more than they should. Sentius knows about it, of course, but he doesn't have the same rat cunning as Malleolus. This place will be different with that sleaze at the helm. But I try not to worry about things I can't change.
Can I help?
I appreciate the thought. But you're new here, and I just can't see how you could make an impact in the time between now and the election this afternoon. In any case, if you're interested in the election, go and have a chat with Equitia, the Vestal Priestess. She'll be overseeing proceedings.
Can we talk about Scintilla?
What business is that of yours?
I'm looking for her.
A lot of people have been looking for her. But it's been 3 weeks, and we've found nothing. What makes you think you can do better?
Times fresh eyes help.
I suppose that's true.
You know anything suspicious before she went missing?
Scintilla was always a kind, well-behaved young woman. I admit, Her disappearance really caught me off guard. If anyone knows something, I'd expect it to be Sentia, Malleolus, Claudia, or Domitius. But none of them will tell me anything. You might fare better though, I suppose.
Talk about something else?
Fine. Alright. Please keep an eye out for anything that might lead us to Scintilla.
So, can we go back and talk to the push-upper? See if he'll say anything?
What's in Coolio Mio? What's in Coolio Mio?
Yeah, he's talked to me. Okay. Don't steal anything. Don't hurt anyone. Don't. Whoever wrote this didn't get time to finish.
On your best behavior, I trust?
Always. Okay, so this is where I started. Nothing here. Love poem. My life has been torturous. 7 labors of Hercules, orphaned, defeated, and enslaved, yet I would suffer it all again gladly, because each loss, wound, and tragedy brought me to you. Radiant as Rome's sacred flame, bright warmth nourishes my soul. No, I can never touch you, any more than hold Vesta's flame. But to watch and love you from afar, bathing in your glow, is enough. Okay. Hard to work on a prototype zip line. Oh, we might be using that as a zip line. All right.
Hilarious.
Horatius? Looking a bit troubled there.
Just as the ocean accepts the rivers of all the world, so this place accepts all the souls. But it does not notice the crowds that come.
Things you can't control.
What's your story?
The bloodless shadows wander without flesh or bone. Some crowd the forum, some the house of the ruler of the depths. Others follow their trades, imitating their previous lives.
Tomorrow's a new day.
No idea what that means.
They never do.
You know, way out of here?
There is only a downward path, gloomy with fatal yew trees. It leads through dumb silence to the infernal regions.
Need help?
Help me? You cannot help me. I have seen things. A pattern, a terrible pattern. It is better for you if you remain ignorant. Pandora's box must stay closed. I'll say no more.
Figure out why she's acting strange. What do you think about the golden?
The bloodless shadows. This is their punishment.
Right. Tell me about the pattern you saw.
You think you wish to know, but you do not. It is better for you if you remain ignorant. Pandora's box must stay closed. I'll say no more. The newly arrived are ignorant of the road before them.
Okay.
Cerberus lifts his triple head and lets out his threefold
Archaeologist's
braying.
insight.
Livia, would you stop?